Hey there, future fellow weirdo of the flock. Welcome to the most offensive church this side of the universe, the Party Pig. Welcome. Haha. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said because he did not fucking say that. This is God's unofficial biography, Das Bible, as read by
yours truly, the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki K the Great. Ha ha! Clap for me, I clap for you. Welcome. Ha ha! So, now we are in the Old Testament. We are, I think, no, I know. We are on the story of Saul. Yeah. It's about to get very good from here. Yeah. So, where are we at? Okay. Yeah. Remember, Sam told Saul a long time ago to wait for him 7 days, but he didn't show up on the seventh day. So Saul made a sacrifice instead. And then Sam showed up. It was a very finicky, weird thing that happened. I'm not exactly sure. But then Sam told Saul, listen, God was, if you would have just listened, just paid attention, God would have given you everything forever. But you didn't listen, apparently. So, uh, yeah, God is giving it to somebody else. So I hope you enjoy. And real quick, my bookmark's not sad anymore. I found stickers. Yeah, I was so happy to not have a sad bookmark. So, yeah, there's that. So, if you want to know what else happens, that's going to have nothing to do with that, I don't think. Anyway, if you want to know what's going to happen, come this way. I have everything you need. I have cigarettes. I have cannabis. I have coffee. I have a chair with your name on it. I have cat beds and canine space. Bring your animals because I love them. Yes, it'll be totally fun. So, we are going on to chapter 14. Yes, we are going on to chapter 14. So, let's get there. Now, it happened one day that Jonathan, the son of Saul, said to the young man who bore his armor, come, let us go over to the Philistines' garrison. Right, let's go to the Philistines' garrison that is on the other side. But he did not tell his father. So he went over there and did not tell his father. And Saul was sitting in the outskirts of Gibeah under a pomegranate tree, which is a migrant. The people who were with him were about 600 men. Ahijah Ichabod's brother. And I think Ichabod, remember the Eli's daughter-in-law died giving birth to Ichabod. So I don't know how old Ichabod is. Or actually, he would have to be in his 30s because Eli died when Samuel was a kid, right? I don't know. Maybe he's like 20. The son of Phineas. Oh, it is that one. Yeah, it's Eli's grandson. And he was wearing an ephod. But the people did not know that Jonathan had gone. Dun, dun, dun. Between the passes by which Jonathan sought to go over to the Philistines' garrison, there was a sharp rock on one side and a sharp rock on the other side. And for some reason, these rocks have names. One is called Bozizes, and the other one is Senna. For some reason, we're naming rocks. My rock is named Petrified. That's the name of my rock. And it's literally petrified. It's from Oklahoma. It looks like titties. Yeah. I don't think you can really see it. But anyways, its name is Petrified and it looks like boobies. It came from Oklahoma. Maybe I should give it a better name than Petrified. Maybe I'll call it Joe. Yeah, I'll call it Joe Rock. It's a good name. Yeah. Well, I'm surprised the talk of boobs didn't bring up uh General Piggy. He loves boobs. I don't know, don't ask me. But usually when there's boobs involved, he's here somewhere. Anyway, the front one faced northward, opposite of Michmash, and the other southward, opposite of Gibeah. Then Jonathan said to the young man, "Come, let us go over the garrison. It may be that the Lord will work for us, for nothing restrains the Lord from saving many or by few." So it doesn't even matter how many of us there is. If God said you can do this, we can do this. So we can do this. Yeah, it's a good time. Oh, there's a cat at my door. Hold on. I don't know what that noise is. There's a noise and I don't know what it is. I don't know. But there's a noise. And I don't know what it is. Okay. So, one was facing this way and one was facing that way. Okay. And then Jonathan's like, it doesn't matter how many are with us if God's like, you can do this. And God said I could do this probably. So we're going to do this, and it's not even going to matter. So his armor bearer, the young man, said to him, "Okay, whatever you want to do, I'm right there, whatever you want to do." Then John said, "Okay, let's go, and we will show ourselves to them. If they say, 'Wait until we come to you,' then we will stand in our place and not go. But if they're like, 'Come get some,' we're going to come get some, son." Fuck yeah. Yes. And I'm not even kidding. We're just going to say, "Come get some." Okay. And when they say this, "Come get some," then we will go up, for the Lord has delivered them into our hands. So both of them showed themselves to the garrison of the Philistines. And I don't know why they keep being called Hebrews, because they're not Hebrews. But they keep being called Hebrews, and I'm not sure why, because they're not Hebrews. Okay, but anyways, they were like, "These guys have come." And then they were like, "Come get some." So Jonathan came and got some. Um, that first slaughter, which Jonathan and his bearer made, was about 20 men within a half an acre of land. Dun, dun, dun. So they went and killed them. And there was trembling in the camp, in the field, and among all the people. The garrison and the raiders also trembled, and the earth quaked. So it was a very great trembling. Now, the watchmen of Saul and Gibeah of Benjamin looked, and there was a multitude melting away, and they went here and there. And then Saul said, "Now, call the roll and see who is gone from us, because there's somebody missing." So they did that, and it turned out Jonathan and his armor bearer were gone. And Saul said to Aisha, "Bring God's suitcase chair," because there was still a suitcase chair at that time. Now it happened while Saul talked to the priest that the noise which was in the camp of the Philistines continued to increase. So Saul said, "Withdraw your hand." And Saul and all the people who were with them assembled. And they went to the battle. And indeed, every man's sword was against his neighbor, and there was very great confusion. Moreover, the Hebrews, they're not Hebrews, who were with the Philistines before that time, who went with them into the camp from the surrounding country, also joined the ones who were with Saul and Jonathan. Likewise, oh my God, why is this so long? Oh, this so long for no reason. Why? Okay, hold on. So the traitors joined, and the men who were cowards, who hid in the mountains of Ephraim. And when they heard that the Philistines fled, they also followed hard after them in the battle. So the Lord saved Israel that day, and the battle shifted to Beth Aven. Okay. And the men were distressed that day, for Saul had placed the people under an oath, saying, "Cursed is the man." Okay, so Saul said you couldn't eat no food, right? Like nobody could eat any food for some kind of crazy fucking reason. So Jonathan, and you couldn't eat because you were gonna die. But Jonathan found a honeycomb and decided to eat some of the honeycomb. And then the people had some, and it was crazy. But Saul had told the people if they did this, they were going to die. So Saul was like, "Who did this thing?" And Jonathan was like, "I did." And then Saul's like, "Well, you got to die." And then the people was like, "The fuck he is. He literally just saved our lives. Shut the fuck up. Because we'll kill you." So the people saved Jonathan that day. Um, hold on. You have dealt. Okay, so hold on. Because, okay. And then the people saved Jonathan that day. Now, they had driven back the Philistines from Michmash to Ajalon. So the people were very faint, and the people rushed on the spoil and took sheep and oxen and calves and slaughtered them on the ground, and the people ate them with the blood. Now remember, the blood is, you're not supposed to do the blood thing. So he said, "You have dealt treacherously. Roll a large stone to me this day. Disperse yourselves among the people and say to them, bring me here every man's ox, every man's sheep. Slaughter them here and eat. And do not sin against the Lord by eating with the blood." So every one of the people brought his ox with him that night and slaughtered it. Then Saul built an altar to the Lord. This was the first altar that was built to the Lord. Except for no, it wasn't. Well, okay, maybe the first one by a king. Why is this so long? So long for no reason. Now, hold on. Now, Saul said, "Let us go down after the Philistines by night and plunder them until the morning, and let us not leave a man of them." And they said, "Okay." Then the priest said, "Let us draw near God here." So Saul asked counsel of God, like, should I go down there?
Figure out where that's at. Okay. All right. No, it's okay. All right. I'll get it together. Are you at your house? Okay. Okay. I just stay there. Okay. We will be handle everything. Sorry. I love you so much. I'm sorry.
Is she okay?